For most Nigerians, they witnessed how the lands their father had bought 10 to 15 years ago saved them during the times of financial distress when they could no longer afford rent in highbrow areas of Lagos State. Today we'll be talking about something that has been happening quietly but has been affecting thousands of families and young professionals across Nigeria, especially Lagos State. It's the forceful migration from highbrow areas to the outskirts. Welcome back to this channel and welcome to Realty Reality with GB, short for Gbemisola. And as always, we'll be talking about the reality in the real estate world. Please subscribe to this channel. These migrations are happening not because they suddenly fell in love with bush paths and long commutes, but because high rent prices and high cost of living have forced them to move to the outskirts like Ikorodu, Ekpe, Songwater, Mowe, and the likes. If you had asked them, they would have loved to play with their 20 friends they grew up with for 20 years. Let's not even talk about what this forceful migration has done to young professionals living on the outskirts of Lagos while working in highbrow areas and industrial areas in the middle of Lagos State. It is leaving these youngins frustrated and drained. But I digress. Today, we'll be focusing on those who have bought into this outskirts and the huge benefits they are reaping. Let's compare rent prices today, 10 years ago and 20 years ago in areas like Lekki Phase 1, Ikoyi and Aja. 2004, in areas like Lekki Phase 1, you could rent a decent 2-bedroom apartment for 250k to 450k per year. At that time, Lekki was becoming popular among middle class and upper class families. In 2014, you could rent a decent 2-bedroom apartment in Lekki Phase 1 for 700,000 naira to 1.2 million naira per year. That same Lekki apartment is now 3.5 million naira to 5 million naira, and in some areas even more. In Ikoyi 20 years ago, a prime 2-bedroom apartment was going for about 850,000 naira to 1.5 million naira, depending on the location and finishing. About 10 years ago in Ikoyi, a 2-bedroom apartment was about 2 million naira to 4 million naira. Even though Ikoyi was always a premium, it is nowhere near today's prices. 20 years ago, in places like Aja, 2-bedroom flat was about 120,000 to 150,000 naira per annum. 10 years ago, it was about 400,000 to 700,000 naira per annum. But today's prices, today's Aja, you're getting that same 2-bedroom flat for about 2 million to 3 million naira. These prices didn't just grow, they exploded. The craziest thing in all of this is that even though the cost of living increased exponentially, there was no commensurate income to back this up, leaving so many people scrambling for the next affordable options. So what happened? So many families relocated to places like Shangotedo, Ikorodu, Ekpe, Mowe Ofada, and the likes. Some were pushed while others made a smart pivot. The truth is, the only affordable option became this outskirts. But here is where it gets interesting. These people didn't just rent houses on the outskirts. They bought lands in places like Ikorodu, for example, as far back as 2016 for 200,000 naira to 500,000 naira. In Ibejuleki for 500,000 naira to 1 million naira. That same land today is worth about 5 million to 15 million naira, depending on the title and the type of land. People who took this leap 10 to 15 years ago, some are living in their houses, some are collecting rent from tenants, some have even flipped these lands and have earned millions of naira, while those who kept renting in places like VI and Lekki are paying 4 times that amount today. You see, it's not just about running away from high rent, it's about owning your own story in this economy. That land in Mowe, Ibeju and the likes might not look sexy today, but in 5 years time, it might be someone's dream estate, it might be your passive income or even your own retirement plan. That's my advice for you. Whether you're a Lapo baby or a Nepo baby, living in Nigeria or in the diaspora, invest in the outskirts today. Start small but start smart. Let those who are chasing rents remain tenants while you become a landlord. If you're looking for a trusted Nigerian realtor to start your real estate journey with, you can reach me via the contact showing on the screen. And if you also found this video helpful, you can like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. You can also share to anyone who you think might be in need of real estate advice but feel stuck.